Today I'm rearranging my studio, heading to the library and making a painting from an art book. It turned out to be exactly what I needed. Look how much space there is in my studio. I can't believe it. I tidied up yesterday, I did all the hoovering and everything, so I put the tables down and there's so much space. It's like huge. And I thought I can actually have creative events here. I didn't realise when everything was tidied back how much space there actually is. Yes, so I finally tidied everything up. I made it really beautiful so Tom and I could have a lovely connection together last night, which was one of the reasons why I put the tables down, because there's space for us to dance and it was really lovely. But I've never done it before. I've normally just pushed the tables to one side. So actually being like this, I kind of don't want to put the tables back up, but of course I need to, because I need the tables to work on. The great thing is though, they're from IKEA and the legs just unscrew. They're really easy. But I just realised how much space there actually is in here, and it's made me feel really kind of expressive and open, and like, oh, there's so many more possibilities with this room than I imagined. So I thought that was really good. I sorted out some of my boxes. I totally forget. When things are in boxes, I totally forget what is in the boxes. I just never remember. And I really should label all the boxes so I remember. But I never do. So I sorted out some of the boxes and found some lovely wool that I forgot that I'd bought. And I also found this that I'd made. This gorgeous bag, a patchwork bag. And I made this when I used to have a shop, a physical brick and mortar shop. I used to make things like this all the time for the shop, and I'd completely forgotten that I'd made this. So I'm just going to give it a little iron because it's been folded up in the box. But this is going to go on my Etsy shop for sale. So it's a one-of-a-kind patchwork bag with velvet and gorgeous ribbons and things like that on it. And it's got 2 press studs inside to keep it closed so your bits and bobs don't fall out, and it's fully lined with a paisley red fabric. I thought I'll do it this way because the light's better this way, so you can actually see it against the white of the cupboard as well. But yeah, isn't it lovely? And I totally forgot that I'd made it. So this is why you should always have a rummage if you're like me, in your boxes. So I covered up all my bits and pieces because I didn't want to be looking at work while I was having a date night with Tom. And I think this is a really good top tip if I love collecting vintage things. Oh my gosh, look at this tablecloth. The embroidery on it is so beautiful. It's got all wisteria and forget-me-nots and oh, it's just divine. And I'm thinking of making this into a summer dress somehow. I'm not sure how yet. But I just adore collecting vintage tablecloths. And I've got quite the collection. So yeah, so this is kind of a good easy way if you want to change your room a little bit and you want it to be for a different purpose, then just cover up an area. I mean, Tom did get a little bit worried that I was hiding something underneath the tablecloths that he thought I was going to get him with. But I wasn't. I just wanted it to feel not like a workroom. But yeah, that's the top tip, just use tablecloths. So as you can see, I've got all my stuff in this corner, all the stuff that I need to sort out, and I'm going to put my tables up now. As I said, these are from IKEA. They're really great because the legs just screw on. And no, this is not a sponsored post from IKEA. Although IKEA, if you're watching, I do like your stuff. But yeah, these are really easy to just screw on. The legs come in all different colours as well. I think I just got a random selection, but look how easy that is. And I just need to put the other legs on the other side. So you could see me keep stopping and pondering and wondering, is this in the right place? Does this feel right? I think as a creative, you get a sense of a feeling rather than you go, oh yeah, I'm going to put it here. And it's also about it being aesthetically pleasing, but also about it being practical. Because what I've realised is, now I've put this trolley here, it is practical for when I'm sat painting, because I can just get all my paints out. But if I want to go over there and plug the fairy lights in, or get any of my art equipment, I have to keep climbing over the daybed or keep moving this. Now it is on wheels, so it's not a massive deal, but it's going to be annoying to me. I know it's going to be annoying to me. So I'm trying to contemplate whether I can configure it in some other way. I did have the table as an L shape coming this way for a while, but the problem with that was every time I wanted to go into the cupboard, I had to walk around it, and there wasn't much room between the packing table and walking around it, and it was awkward. So I'm going to have a little sit down with a cup of tea, a little think about how best to do this. I was wondering whether to move the daybed. So as you can see, I've got the daybed with the dog on it. The dog likes sleeping. The dog, Badger likes sleeping on the daybed, and in the evening I sit on it with him and read my books. And it's really handy there because it is kind of out the way, and if I'm doing things, I've got plenty of manoeuvrable room, and he is out the way. But I am wondering whether to move the daybed and put it under the window. One, it'll be near the radiator, so it'll be warmer if you sat on it, which would be nice. Two, you get the light from the window for reading, which would also be very nice. Do I have a three? My three was going to be, then I can put my tables along there. But the problem is, if I put my tables along there, my back is going to be to the light of the window, isn't it? And the tables they come to about here. So anything underneath, I'm going to have to climb under the table. Oh, right, it's cup of tea time. Yeah. This box under the table is very annoying because it keeps getting my legs. But I suppose I can just move it. If I'm sitting here, I can just move it up there. And if I'm sitting there, I can just move it here. It is a bit annoying. I'm just checking to see if my chair will fit round the table and stuff, because this is my computer chair, but I also use it for when I'm sitting doing art because it's really comfy. Oh, it does. It fits all the way. So that's going to be good. I actually think this, for now, subject to change, but I think this is a good layout because I've got then the full strip of table to work on. So if I'm doing jelly plate printing or anything like that, I can print and dry, and you know, like before in the L shape it was good because you felt kind of cozy, but at the same time one of the tables got took up by being out of reach kind of thing, if that makes sense. That trolley, I'm not 100% happy with it there because it doesn't quite fit in the corner, but it's fine, and I don't want my paint near the radiator, so it's away enough. Just realised I'm not even looking at you. It's away enough to not get too hot by the radiator, so that's okay. Got to admit, since I've put my easel in that corner, I haven't used it. I haven't painted on the easel at all. But what I think I might do is, I might do like 1 week off and 1 week on. So 1 week I'll do stuff that I sit at the table to do, and then put my tables down, because you saw how easy it was. And then the other week I can pull my easel out and use that to paint bigger pictures on. I think that's a good idea. I'll show you. I've got some massive canvases up on top of the computer cupboard, and I really want to start reworking into them. I started them at uni like 5 years ago, maybe now. 5 years, where does the time go? And I really want to rework into them. I'll show you. So my computer's in that cupboard, and on top I've got all of these big canvases, and they are 5 foot by 3 foot. And relax. So that's the studio all set up, and I'm having a bit of a hot do. Gonna open my window, I think. And yeah, it feels good. It feels like everything's back in its place now, or in a new place, and it's gonna be really easy, I think, for me to navigate around the studio. And then if I want to do anything, like have some kind of art meeting here, or a women's circle, or anything like that, I can just take the tables away, and then there's plenty of room. This is the best idea that I ever had. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know. Sorry, my nose is itchy. I'm putting them on my... I've got a bit of a sore head coming. I think it's because I'm hot. You'll know that this was a book nook. I made it into a book nook. The crackers. And I went to see one of their workshops. Oh, it was just brilliant. If you ever get the chance to go to one of their workshops, go. And I didn't use it. I just didn't use it. My glasses are steaming up. So putting my computer in it was the best thing ever. Like, really was, because as you saw, I can just shut the doors on it, and it's marvellous. This is from IKEA as well. Honestly, I promise I'm not sponsored by IKEA. It's just that they do really functional things for if you've got a home studio or office. And this is brilliant because it's got so much space at the top that you can put things on. And this folds up so it shuts away, so it's really, really good. I've got a really old computer, and it fits in there. If I had like a Mac or something like that, it wouldn't fit in. We measured Tom's monitor and it wouldn't go in. So that's just something to bear in mind. I don't actually know if they still do these. I've had this for years. I got this back when I lived in Leighton, so in Blackpool that is. So that is about 8 or 9 years ago, so a long time. So maybe they don't do these anymore. But it shows how good it's lasted, and it's been it's had 4 house moves in between, so it is really good. Yes, so now I'm all set up and all ready, and what wonderful things will I create this year in the studio? I don't know, but I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. It's going to be good, I think. I've got a really nice feeling about this year. I know that last year was a strange year, and I know lots of people really struggled last year, and I struggled in the later part of the year. Actually, I struggled in the early part of the year too. Yeah, it was a weird year, and this year feels like there's more energy to it. There's more possibility to it. Now, it could be because it's my 50th birthday this year, so I'm going to be 50 in May, and I really, really want to have a great year of doing things that I've not done before. So me and my friend Julia have booked to go to the opera. I have never been to the opera, and it was so wonderful because I messaged Julia. Well, I was led in the bath, listening to an opera play, and I thought, I've never been to the opera. That's a fancy thing to do. And I thought I'd love to go to the opera. And straight away my friend Julia popped into my head. And do you have, well, I'm sure you do, we all do, you have different friends for different things. And Julia's been my friend for years and years. We were home ed mums together, and Julia loves the theatre, and if I'm doing anything, I don't know what word you'd call it, I'll just say a little bit fancy, I'd think of Julia straight away. She's lovely. And so when I got out of the bath, I messaged her. I was like, Julia, do you want to go to the opera? Have you ever been? And she's never been before either. So he's like, yes. And I said, I'll have a look to see where there's something on, because I didn't have a clue. And there's one in Blackpool at the Grand Theatre. Grand Theatre's a gorgeous building. It's beautiful. And it's Madame Butterfly. Now, this is where it's just like, this is perfect, serendipitous, because Madame Butterfly is set in Japan with all Japanese, this is what I read off the website, all Japanese gardens, and their costumes are made from real Japanese wedding kimonos. And I was like, oh, and this is perfect and serendipitous because Julia used to live in Japan. And I mean, oh, you couldn't make it any more perfect, could you? So we're going to the opera in March to go and see Madame Butterfly, and I'm really excited, really excited. So there's lots of things that I want to do as a first, and the main thing that I want to do is go to Paris. Now, I've talked about this for years. It's not even that far. It's not even that big. I don't know what it is. I have never got there yet. And I really, really want to go. If you don't know, I have had a longing for Paris since I was a young teenager. Monet was the first artist that I ever discovered through my art teacher at school. And my mum got me a book, and I mean, bless her heart, because she hardly had any money at all, so I don't know, like, it must have been a lot for her to do, but she got me a book on Monet. Oh, I pored over those pages, pored over them. And then I went on a college trip. It was a college trip when I was 16 at art college. and we went to London and I saw a Monet's water lily in person. Oh my goodness, the texture. Oh, it was just incredible, incredible. So from that, I've always wanted to go to Paris. Now I know Monet wasn't in Paris, but I've always wanted to go to Paris and then hop on the train over to Monet's garden. Oh, and something's always stopped me and I don't know what it is. This year I'm doing it. I am doing it by hook or by crook. I'm doing it, and I don't know how. I don't know how, but it's gonna happen. So my lovely, wonderful YouTube friends and family, if you know of anywhere in Paris that I could stay in May, because it's my birthday month in May, for a few nights, please let me know. You can email me or send me a private message on social media. But if you've got a friend that's got an apartment, or if you've stayed in a wonderful Airbnb or anything that you know of, let me know, because I really want to go. I really, really want to go. I have got a whole kind of, not itinerary planned, I don't do itineraries, but like I really would love to go to a flea market there. There's a gorgeous area that I want to go to. There's an area which is where all the artists were or are, and yeah, there's just loads of things, and I just really, I mean, I don't know if this is actually possible. I really want to go and sit outside a coffee shop and drink coffee and eat a croissant croissant in Paris. I mean, it's so cliche, isn't it? But I don't know if this is possible because I'm vegan, so I don't know if they actually do vegan croissants. They might think that is an abomination. I don't actually know. Just little things. Honestly, I mean, look at my cheesy smile just thinking about going there and being there. What a dream, what a dream. So to get my dream to come true, I have decided that this year I really want to paint more. I say it all the time that I want to paint more, but I really do want to paint more. And what's stopping me? Nothing, just me. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's exciting.
And remains an enigmatic figure. He rarely revealed his innermost thoughts. He was described as moody and taciturn.
I had so much fun creating this piece inspired by Klimt. It was so good to just go to the library, find a book and look through it and take out certain pieces. So looking through the book, there were certain patterns and elements that I really liked. I really liked this butterfly and all the different colours and shapes that he uses in his work. And I just picked out different parts of the designs and his paintings and then created this piece. And it's not for anything apart from to just really study another artist's work and see what they do and how you can incorporate some of the elements in your own work eventually. Because my work all the way through has always had spirals in it in some way, shape or form. And it's really interesting to see that Klimt uses a lot of spiral designs as well in his work. So it was really nice. And of course, I love the gold paint that he uses. So I've put a lot of gold into my work. And I think this is really important. As a full-time practicing artist, I think it's really important to give yourself that time and give yourself the space to explore and to see what you like doing and play. And it's not got to be for anything. I think it's really hard when you're a full-time working artist and you're running a business, because automatically your brain flicks into business mode rather than I'm just experimenting and playing and having fun. So this was really good. So turning the studio around, making it all set up ready for creating has given me such a boost. So if you're feeling a little bit stagnated or stuck in your space, and it doesn't have to be a studio, it could be your living room, just have a little play. Where could the furniture go? What pictures have you been putting in the cupboard and not putting on the wall? Can you get yourself some fairy lights to hang up? Do you need a new plant? We always need a new plant. So there's loads of ways that you can transform your space, and sometimes just moving things around brings in that fresh new energy. So I hope you've enjoyed this studio video, and let me know who your favourite artist is or who you're studying at the moment, if you are studying anyone, or any plans you've got creatively for 2026. Do let me know, and I will see you very soon. Thanks for being here. I love all your comments. I read every single one and I'm like, oh, it's so lovely that this person's taken the time to write me a comment. So thank you very much. And remember, I have got a new offering on my Patreon called Studio Companions. Studio Companions is a place to just come and be yourself. And it's about co-working and co-creating, and not necessarily me teaching you anything, although there is lots of things in there about art history and other lovely techniques and things. But this is about a mutual collaboration of understanding and developing and learning and growing. So do check it out. It's over on my Patreon called Dotty Delightful. There'll be a link in the description. Go and have a look and see if you feel called to join me. I really want to connect more with artists and creative people this year, and it's a really good way to do that because we'll be having Zoom calls where we don't have to even talk to each other if we don't want. We can just be together and co-create, and it almost gives you that permission that sometimes we need to actually, I'm allowed for this next hour or 2 hours or whatever it is to gather my materials and sit and create, just like you would if a friend had popped round for a cup of tea. So take care of yourselves, and I will see you next week with another video. Thank you again for being here. Bye.